It's McMastodon. I'm the Terrafirman, and this is my log. Day 440. I've just woken up and I am starving. And look at this. Look at my skills. My cooking is right up against the edge of master. So this is the moment of truth. You guys, let's recap real quick. So I wanted to build a ship to get off of this world, and I have everything I need essentially, including the full black steel suit. We built that in the last log. But I figure I need 20 perfect sandwiches. I can only carry 20. That's my weight limit. According to my calculations, that's all I can carry. And they need to be perfect in order to sustain me for the entire voyage back to home. So, here's where we are. The sandwiches I have been making, and I have just made a whole bunch just to get to this point of being almost a master chef. Everything I make is... that's the wrong way to look at it. There we go. Ridiculously savory. No matter what combination of ingredients I've put together so far, no matter how not savory each individual ingredient is, they all end up ridiculously savory. And I don't know why. So I'm hoping that if I am the master, if I am the top level of cooking, that I will be able to see the exact level of savory in each of the ingredients, and I will be able to find those ingredients that have the least amount of savoriness, because apparently I have a very, very low tolerance for savory. So, did it happen? I don't know if it happened. Let's see. It happened. I'm now a master chef. Now, let's see what we get. Ridiculously savory, 54. That's a really good sign. That's a really good sign. Not savory. Negative 36. Negative 16. Negative 22. Negative 16. Negative 36. Negative 56. Red apple. That is a contender. Let's pull the apple down. Oh gosh, I might be able to do this. And if I can't, well, it's all over. Sugar cane, huh? I don't know if I can eat that in a sandwich. Onion, negative 36. That's not bad. Oh man, we're gonna have to do some math, you guys. Do some math. All right, well, let's eat this sandwich. And let's put this away. And, let's drink some water. That's not it. Let's drink some water. All right, well, where do we stand? We have to build the ship. That has to happen. I don't know. I was working on getting charcoal. Let's check on the animals, because I don't think I've looked here in a few days. Sheep. Should be another one. Yeah, there it is. Still don't appear to be growing. I think they're eating, but they're not growing. And you guys will just not breed. Forget it. I'll just kill wild ones. And let's see. No, you're not the pregnant one. You should be pregnant. 11th of December. It's currently March. I could kill a bull and get the beef and be able to start doing the math on the beef. See if that's a lot better than pork. Oh, we need to have a balanced diet. That's the other thing. These are 29%. Okay, well, we're there. And we're going to be able to figure out if we can build a perfect sandwich. But I don't know if it's going to happen. So I may be trapped here. But at least I'll be able to know if I'm trapped here at some point. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to complete this path and get over that way to where I started the other mine that didn't really work out too well. And get working on a launch pad for the rocket so we can get the heck out of here. So let me grab some dirt or something. Let's see what I got in the storeroom. And I'll be back with another log in just a little bit. Day 444. It is April. Well, it's April 4th. This still says 3rd until the sun fully comes up. So it's really April 4th. 4-4, day 444. And I am building the platform for my launch. And if I can bring up my map. There we go. I am on an island out here off the coast. This is that's my landing spot where I have my path. And I got 4 little pedestals, I guess you might say. I'm going to build a little structure up here, maybe a little higher. Build a little structure in the middle. And then these channels are for the exhaust from when I blast off. These are the exhaust channels. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but that's where the flames will shoot out the side as opposed to bouncing back up and consuming my vehicle. So I'm going to have to take a boat out here. I'm not going to build a bridge or anything. We're going to have to boat out to the rocket in order to take off. And, oh, no, it's not safe. It's not safe at all. Who's here? Oh, burning guy. Okay, that'll be fine. All right. Well, that didn't work either. Something weird with the boats still. Okay, I need to drink water. And I need to eat some food. I have that sandwich. I don't want to eat it because I want to use it for demonstration purposes in just a second. But let me show off the path because I have finished the path. And this little, what do you call this? What do you call it when it's like not a causeway, but a little elevated, what's an elevated walkway that's like next to a cliff? There's a term for that, I think. It's not coming to me. Okay, get rid of this guy. That's not my pickaxe. There it is. Okay, good. All right. Now, there is this is that's my mine. Now, I'm going to need to put a gate right here. I think I have a fence gate somewhere, and I'm going to put it right there because this is dangerous. I could easily just kind of walk right off because I like to hug walls. So, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. I didn't really put a path here on the beach. It's just the beach. But the rest of the path is done. And look at these beautiful April springtime flowers. My peaches are in bloom. My cherries are in bloom. My apples are in bloom. My bananas are in larval stage. The path is done. Got all these little guys. That pig surprised me there. I haven't finished doing this with the chisel, so I can just walk right up. But I think this is the last like 3 or 4, and then we'll be done. Yeah, this is probably the last one right here. Okay, the path is complete. The path to the coast. I was going to see if that was a hole, because if it was a hole, I was going to fill it in. I'm not a big fan of holes close to my path. Where if I'm not paying attention, I could go right down. Alright, back at the hab. And we have a little bit of math to do. So I think I have solved the mystery of the sandwiches. Let me just look while I'm thinking of it. See if I have that fence gate here. There's some fences. You know what? I'm going to take these with me. Gosh dang it. I know I have a fence gate. I am going to go look for it in the storage. I'm going to have to wait a few more minutes before I unveil the mystery. Wait, no, fence. That's going to clash. So I'm not going to do that. Gate? Come on, gate. I know I have a gate somewhere. Would I throw it away? I threw it away? No. Man. Alright, I'll make a new one. I'll make a new gate. Okay, so let's pull up the sandwich. I've done the math, and I'm not going to do it for you guys, but I might have to start charting this stuff in a book, so I might have to make a book to do this. But ridiculously savory. Okay, so if we call my taste for savory V for savory. Well, I can't use S because I have sweet, sour, salty, and savory. The only so I'll do W, O, A, and V, and B for bitter. So if this sandwich is V plus 54, the ingredients, and I gotta go here for the ingredients. These are the ingredients that go into that sandwich. So I've got bread, which is V minus 41. Onion, which is V minus 36. Looking down at the savory column, that's the last one. Cheese, which is V minus 21. V minus 16. And V minus 56. Okay, so if I add all those together, it's the total is 5V minus 170. And they add up to V equals, or V plus 54. Now, if you do the math around that, you come out with 4V equals, and the difference is 224. And if I divide by 4, V equals 56. 56 is my savory quotient, if you will. And so 56 plus 54 is 110. And it works out. So 56 minus 41. So this is a savory value of 15. This is a savory value of 20, 35, 40, and 0. And 15 plus 20 plus 35 plus 40 plus 0 is 110. So, mystery solved. I now understand how these work. So, now all I got to do is get. I really, if my V value is 56, then I can only have like an average of between 10 and 15 of all of these. Now this one is 15 and this one is 0, so we're on our way there. This one is 20, not too bad if I combine it with 0. So I really got to work on cheese and soybeans. But now here's the other thing. Even if I get 5 ingredients that work out for savory, which I haven't been able to do in 444 days, I haven't been able to figure that out. Even if I get there, I've still got a problem on bitter and sour, and sweet. Not really doing it either, but it's close. So I still have a lot of work, the work cut out for me on finding the perfect ingredients. So it's only April. We got animals to wait for. We've got fruit trees to wait for, and I got plenty. I've got a whole ton of garden here to wait for. Is anything even past halfway? The peppers should be 55%. Yeah, they're gonna be. Oh, onions. Well, okay. Brining the onions. We know that gets us there. It's the cheese I'm worried about, though. There's only one kind of cheese, and how far off am I? Cheese. I can't. Oh, I need to look at the ingredient. How far off am I on the cheese? 21. I really got to get that down below. Like 40. Okay. there isn't just one kind of cheese. Now I said that, but there's ways to infuse your cheese with various other ingredients when you're brewing it, fermenting it, making it, whatever. When you're cheese making. So I'm gonna have to do some experiments on that. So let me get back to the launch pad, and maybe I'll start experimenting with the cheese. Before I forget, wait, I don't have buckets. Where are my buckets? Buckets. 2 buckets. We almost have a full barrel of cheese again. I wonder how many calves I'll get if my calves have babies. Probably only 1 or 2 each. Probably 1 each. That's my bet. That's my guess. Okay, 2 more and I can make another batch of cheese. Huh. I mean, experimentation is going to be super, super slow if I'm going to have to wait and do 1 bucket at a time. Or 1 barrel at a time. Maybe if I made large clay vessels. I wonder if I can make cheese in those. I might have to look into that too. Alright, work to do. I'll log again later. Day 445. I feel pretty confident I can beat a skeleton. No problem. Even if he hit me, I'm wearing black steel. He's not gonna hurt me. He's not gonna hurt me hardly at all. Okay, so what am I doing out here right now? Remember I brought this ash fence randomly. I am going to put it here as a warning to myself that that is a hole. That is the edge of a ravine. Do not fall in it again. I did that one time. Remember? I was harvesting bananas. I fell in. Really stupid. Turns out I can just barely survive that fall, though. Right, so I was off to redo the thing. I'm still going to do that. And you probably don't want to watch, but let's fill in this dirt here. This should be level. It looks kind of dumb the way it's like that. So I'm going to waste a whole bunch of dirt doing this. And then I'm going to get back to the launch pad. Day 446. And guess what? I found it. I found a gate. I knew I had a gate. Here I am down at the salt station. And look, I have 2 barrels that are like full of vinegar. This one's not full. So let me take this one. I was just going to grab a bucket because I need a barrel. Not a barrel. I need a bucket of vinegar for making the curdled milk for making cheese. And, well, maybe I'll take the whole thing and then I won't need to come back for more vinegar every time. Okay, the really good news is I did some reading. And with cheese, and remember, cheese is like one of my problem ingredients in terms of savory. With cheese, you can put like any food, I think any food, except just some more cheese, into the curdled milk when you're letting it age into cheese. And you can average it out between so if it's 0 additional ingredient, flavor ingredient, infusion ingredient, if it's 0, it's just the taste of the cheese. If it's 20 ounces of the infused ingredient, it's the taste of the ingredient and everything in between. So if you do 10 ounces, it averages them out. So I can really dial in the flavor that I want. And because cheese is not so good, it's only, well, it's what is it, a value of 35 in terms of savory. But fruit is really good. So if I put 20 ounces of fruit in my cheese, I can get yeah. get savory down to like 0 for this slot, and then I just gotta worry about meat, and like I could totally do it. I could totally do it, guys. I mean, I could dial them all in. If I get all 4 ingredients pretty close, then I make infused cheese with the exact right. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Let's unseal this. Take a barrel of a bucket of vinegar. It's going to make curdled milk. All right, we're gonna let that go. And then I am going to get to work figuring out all my values. What am I? Where is it? Yes, feather, book, ink sac. Feather, book, ink sac, book and quill. Okay, so I am going to get to work. My flavor, McMastodon, flavor profile. Okay, and we know V savory is 56. I gotta calculate the rest. So done. And let's go make a new I can really just use these model sandwiches to figure it out because I can do the math on all of these ingredients. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna look around, but you're gonna have to wait until the next log for the results. I think I'm gonna stop here. I think that's enough. So join me for that next time. If you liked this one, please click the like button on the log. I really do appreciate that. I will keep logging. And join me next time. But until then, I am McMastodon. I'm the Terrafirman. These are cows. I'm going to need a new barrel. And everybody, take care. Check out the savory profile on eggs. All right. I wonder what happens when I cook them.